Hello and welcome to episode 521 of Contending at the Water Cooler. I'm your host, Clarence Moy, and I am joined by the other two M's plus a special guest. So, M's, let's go around the cooler and tell the listeners who you are and where they can find you on the internet. Megan, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Megan McLaughlin. You can find me online at Hey Dude Meg.
We're going clockwise on my screen. Joey.
Hi, I'm Joey Moser. You can find me on Twitter at JoeyMoser83.
Jalal.
Hi, my name is Jalal Haddad, and I'm here.
And again, I'm Clarence Moy. You can find me on Twitter at Clarence Moy. It's very strange to see you two not in running back and forth to a film festival screening and all that stuff. I miss you guys.
I know, that was so much fun. Oh, I love your original Burf shirt on, that you have your bear shirt.
Yes.
Representing the bear. I'm
Representing the bear.
Succession still. And Ryan Gosling from last year.
From last year?
Well, wasn't he nominated for like SNL host last year or something?
I thought you meant the picture. I'm like, Megan, that is 20 years old.
It is 15 years old. 15 years old.
Wow.
Joey, what are you representing?
Consciousness.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm tired.
Joey has just driven back from the Toronto International Film Festival, where he carried on the film going activities throughout the weekend. You crazy person.
He did a great job too. Just
he did.
Like all your coverage has been great. I've been reading your tweets and yeah, I don't know how he does it.
I don't know. I haven't even really done it yet. It's I'll have reviews since the festival is still going this week. I will be having some full reviews soon.
And this little bitch stopped to see me today, which was so nice on his way back in.
What a nice thing to say.
Yeah, he actually started before you joined. He was telling us that he really regretted that decision.
Really?
Well, not because like I didn't want to. It's because it's like
not because of you.
I told him not to. I said, don't do it.
The trip from Toronto is like 6 hours and 45 minutes, and then it was just like I went from Toronto to Pittsburgh 5 hours and 3 hours over to this is geography to Columbus. So there was a point when I was about halfway through the second leg, which I actually liked having a little bit of a break to like get out and stretch and stuff, but there was halfway through there was like a ton of construction and there was a ton of like road closures, and I was just yelling in my car, just like
you're like, why did I stop to see Megan? No,
that fucking bitch.
I offered you a Diet Coke.
I had some in the car. Yes, Diet Coke would have solved all of my problems.
Solves all of Megan's.
No. It does solve all my problems.
And Jalal, you were telling me before Joey joined the podcast about the story behind your Whoopi Goldberg picture.
Ooh.
It's my oldest possession. I had it since I was like 14 or 15 from a Portland that will have been. Yeah.
That is so cool.
We just need to somehow get that autographed for him. So Whoopi, if you're listening,
Los Angeles. I have her phone number somewhere in my I probably shouldn't say that. But
yeah, got that out. Joey, you have turned into a Sith Lord.
Oh yeah.
All right. So obviously we had a fantastic time at the Telluride Film Festival, and Joey's going to continue his coverage from Toronto. Just very quickly, because we have a lot to cover on this podcast. Megan, what was your favorite memory from Telluride this year? From your first time at Telluride?
I mean, it was all of it. It's so hard. The gondola ride was pretty fun. That was just like cool seeing that. Yeah, I don't know if I have a specific memory. Being there, all the three of us being there for Hamnet opening night was really exciting. That was a really nice memory.
I agree. What about you,
We could
Joey?
wipe each other's tears.
Uh, um, I know this doesn't sound like a joke, but I thought about it. I told like two people about it when I was in line in Toronto. But one of my favorite memories, not just spending time with you guys, and but also the running around. I'm glad I finally understand what all that means. But there was a time where it was the first time we were at the Herzog together, and it was raining, and we got there early. I think it was the press thing. I think that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the
It
whatever
was
it is.
the yeah.
Yeah. And we went in and it was raining. We were like surrounded by beautiful trees and like no one was there. And so we like went inside and then eventually more people started coming and more people. And this one woman who worked at the theater sort of like barged in and seemed really exasperated coming into the rain. She's like taking off her hood and shaking her umbrella and she like looks at the like I would say 12, maybe
Yeah.
15 people that are part of the press and like looked at us and like 2 seconds later like we have to leave. You have to get outside. Basically she was like you have to stand outside. The theater's not ready. And we all sort of like looked at each other, not just us, but everyone else there. We're like, oh, okay, we're already in here, but let's go. And we left. And then we were outside for probably 4 minutes and like, all right, you can come inside now. And it was just like, all right, that was pointless. Um, Not really a film related memory, not a together related memory. I just thought it was funny.
It was a funny memory that we all
Yeah.
collectively remembered.
I
Yeah.
heard.
The,
Sorry, go ahead.
I would say the guy in the gondola bitching about George Clooney too was really funny.
That yeah.
Oh,
that,
and
I
he was
gonna
like,
say,
get a neti pot.
Get a neti pot, you wimp.
He's
I
old
love
as
that
fuck
guy.
now. He could die.
I heard
Question.
that the
Do the
yes.
gondolas take you guys to the movies, or is this like a fun little ride?
Well, it takes you to one theater that is up the mountain, the Chuck Jones Theater.
What happens to the disabled people?
It's that's a good question. I don't think it's disabled friendly.
Yeah, it's a gondola.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it never stops when you get on it because you had to kind of like
Yeah.
run onto it and
Oh,
then
it's like
hop
a
on
Disney
it.
ride, kind of.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god.
Yeah. Because I always had to pause and then jump because I'm very uncoordinated.
Yeah, when I would like jump in, it would like shake like this, and then I was, and then like you're going up the side of a mountain. Yeah, we met the anti George Clooney guy on the way up, and on the way down, we met Carol, the former golf pro.
She is still a current golf pro.
Golf pro, but she's like now she teaches.
Yeah.
So I actually just really liked how like super friendly everybody was and having absolutely no chill in public with famous people wanting to stalk Margot Robbie because it was just weird. Like I'm glad that is like we were having lunch outside. This is after we thought we saw her and there's just like a store on the side and little racks of clothes, and there's Margot Robbie just like sifting through ugly yellow pants, just like
the sale rack,
no,
even
the sale rack.
These shops for sales. Barbie shops.
We thought, God, I don't know. It was just sort of a very different environment of any festival that I've ever been to, and I thought that was really cool to experience.
I agree. It was really cool.
And you know, now just thinking about it from that perspective, I will say that Telluride is probably not very disabled friendly, just because there's so much walking.
I actually thought that a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, what happens if like someone like not even a guest of the festival or someone who just wants to go to the festival, like thinking about getting to the Herzog Theater.
Is it the one?
What if somebody was like in a wheelchair?
No. Last year Ed Lockman was there, and he is in a wheelchair.
Mm.
And so he was there, but I don't know. I just saw him in screenings and at events. I didn't see how he was getting back and forth. But every little place, I mean, it's treacherous for just anybody to walk in, because the everything is unlevel. There are no lights, street lights. It's very dark at
Oh,
night. It's just
talk about Begonia, where I thought like we were all gonna be trampled.
Oh, that's right.
It
That
was
was
really dark.
so Jalal, they finished Begonia, and everybody was getting up to go to the next screening, but they did not turn the house lights on. And so it was credits rolling, a black screen with white writing on it, and pitch black, and everybody in the theater got up to get out at the same time. And it's just like no lighting whatsoever.
I know. I'm going to use this time to put the Alamo Draft House on blast. I went to see Splitsville last week, and if you guys know what the Alamo Draft House is like, it's like tiered seating, and there's like enough room for people to eat. The credits are rolling, and this couple in the front row gets up to go to the bathroom or something during the credits, and the woman biffs it on the stairwell, falls to the ground, makes all the noise in the world. Her husband's trying to help her up. What does the Alamo Draft House lady who's taking people's orders do? Does she help them?
Does she? Oh
No.
no.
She steps over them to go take other people's orders. And the woman's on the ground for like 5 minutes.
That's
It was
horrific. Oh my
crazy
God.
in there. And then eventually her husband picked her up and carried her out. Then they came back in and sat next to me later. But
Oh my Lord.
stepped over her.
There was the last time I went to an Alamo Draft House, there was a woman. This was recently. This was a critic screening, actually. There was a woman that came in a wheelchair, and she got in there just fine because they have plenty of ramps and things like that. But they do not have, in this particular theater, they did not have a spot where someone could sit in a wheelchair and watch the screen. Everything was filled with chairs. But they do have a chair that they can back out and move and put to the side so that can wheel into that spot. But they didn't have anybody who could move the chair. So they finally did get someone to kind of push it, and they kind of walked it, like that. And then she tried to, she wheeled in there, but that was really uncomfortable because she couldn't eat. And so she asked them to put the chair back, and then she got her friend to lift her up and put it was very uncomfortable watching it. We all, transpire in front of me. I felt so bad for her because obviously there's an entire theater of people watching her. She was probably somebody that doesn't like to be watched.
She just wanted to go to the movies.
Yes, she just wanted to go. What was it? I don't even remember what I was seeing. Oh well. All right. Well, so when Megan gets back, we will start our. Joey, you changed your picture. We will start our Emmy 2025 predictions. The Emmys are this Sunday, September 14th, airing on CBS. The first time I've watched CBS this year. And we're going to have predictions on the website. Today we launched comedy predictions, but here the four of us are just going to give our predictions on all the Primetime Emmy categories and go through a little bit of analysis. We're going to try to keep this fast, though. We don't want to make this a 4-hour podcast or even a 2-hour podcast. But that is what we're going to go through, and then we'll wrap with flash forward to the media we're most anticipating in the upcoming week. So let's start with Variety Special Live. And the nominees are the Apple Music Super Bowl, Beyonce Bowl, the Oscars, SNL 50, the Anniversary Special, and SNL 50, the Homecoming Concert. Megan, what do you think's going to win? What do you
Well, I think clearly my dog has an opinion on this, but I don't know if you heard him. I think it's going to be the SNL 50 Anniversary Special.
Did very well at the Creative Arts Emmys this weekend. Joey.
Same.
Jalal.
Yeah.
I also have that. If there's a dark horse here, what do you think it might be? Anyone?
The Kendrick Lamar specials seem to win a couple other random things, like music direction.
And Beyonce Bowl did get, or Beyonce bow. Beyonce Beyonce Bull did get that like honorary thing. Like, I don't know if that means
That
anything, but
was a committee award, I think, though, by a
okay.
small. Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's that halftime show was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So I think like one or the other. It's between those three is what I would think.
All right. Moving on to writing for a variety series, we have 3 nominations in this category. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, Saturday Night Live, The Daily Show. It looks like, and I'm sorry to speak for 3 of you, but it looks like 3 of us have Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Megan, you are going down a different path.
I'm going with The Daily Show. I just feel like it had a really strong year. I feel like, I think it won some things last night or over the weekend too with the Creative Arts.
Desi won too.
Yes. Yeah. And so I don't know. I just have an inkling, especially coming off of such a big political year, and not that John Oliver's not political, but I just kind of wanted to shake it up a bit. And I'm going with The Daily Show.
All right. Scripted variety series, only 2 nominees here, Saturday Night Live and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I think we're all going with John Oliver on that one.
Yeah.
Is this the first time they're facing off?
No, I think they did
last year too.
Okay, and he won last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Talk series. We have 3 nominees here. We have Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and The Daily Show.
I went with The Daily Show. Even though I don't know if the Colbert bump will work. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm being, you know me, I like to.
Won his first, like the Colbert Show won the first ever Emmy this weekend because of the controversy.
So you think it's probably?
Yeah,
I do.
He'd never won anything, or this version of his show had never won anything before this weekend.
And
okay.
Jimmy Kimmel took out ads in LA on billboards, right, to support him.
Okay, I'm switching it. There you go. I'm in alignment with you both. All.
It's all about consensus, Megan.
I know.
All right. Reality competition program is our last category before we get into limited series. And the nominees here are
the prediction.
I wish I had these in alphabetical order, but I do not. So I'm going to try to do it in my head. RuPaul's Drag Race, Survivor, The Amazing Race, The Traitors, and Top Chef. Jalal, what do you have?
The Traitors. They won like 4 or 5 Emmys this weekend.
Yeah.
I think Drag Race won anything.
Yeah. I think the bloom is off the rosé.
Sashay away.
I'm so proud of you, Clarence, for saying that.
It just popped in my head. I remember that somebody says that. I don't know. I've never seen an episode of the show. So.
Someone says, yes, someone.
I have no idea who.
One day, that should have been Telluride. We should have tied Clarence to a chair and be like, "You're gonna watch Drag Race, all 7 seasons of it."
At one point where I was around you, you tried to show me an episode, and I think I fell asleep. I don't remember if it was in Miami or Rochester.
I think it was in Rochester.
Might have been Miami. I thought I was there for that. Maybe not. Okay.
No, I think everything in Rochester puts everyone to sleep. So I think that's what that is.
All right, Megan, why don't you take us?
No apologies. No, I suffered that place for 3 fucking years. No way. Boom.
I will kick off the supporting actress limited series category. Is that what you're asking me to do?
Yes, you can just handle all the limited series categories.
Okay. So we have, the nominees are Erin Doherty, Adolescence, Ruth Negga, Presumed Innocent, Deirdre O'Connell, The Penguin, Chloe Sevigny, Monsters, The Lyle and Eric Menendez Story, Jenny Slate, Dying for Sex, Christine Tremarco, Adolescence. I think it's Jenny Slate dying for sex.
I would love
Anybody
for
else?
that to be, but I'm going to go with the theory that they're going to pretty much go down the line with Adolescence, and I'm going with Aaron Doherty.
Okay.
I am too. I kind of wonder if I don't know if this is a thing, but I sort of want to have the chutzpah to predict Deirdre O'Connell for the Penguin. But I don't know, character actress, whatever. But I went with Aaron Doherty.
Jalal looks like he went with me.
Yeah. You and Jenny Slate train.
Yeah.
I think she is. I think personally, I don't know. I'm biased. I think that show is phenomenal.
Me too.
I think it's so beautiful in so many different ways, and I think the Jenny Slate role, there's two things going for her here that I hope it could go so many different ways. But I think if actors look at that show and look at that role, I think that's the role that actors would want. I mean, there's a lot of roles here that actors would want, but I think the Jenny Slate one is so beautiful. And also, she's someone who's worked so hard in this industry for so long. She's so funny. She's now proving she can do dramatic work. It's the She's an SNL alum. She's been on so many things. I think name recognition helps here. And I wonder if the women of I hope the women of Adolescence split the vote because everyone's had so much focus on Aaron Doherty. I actually think Christine Tremarco gives the more nuanced performance in the finale episode. But who knows? I've heard the momentum seems to be behind Aaron, but I'm rooting for Jenny.
I would love to see Jenny Slate win. I think she's fantastic in that show. I immediately gravitated toward her in that first episode. It's just so weird with Adolescence because the instinct is to compare it to Baby Reindeer, but Adolescence only has 4 episodes. Like it's such a tight contained, and she's only in the one. So you're comparing Jenny Slate, who is in the majority of the show of Dying for Sex, and then you're comparing her against Aaron Doherty, who has a very tight single episode. So it's tough.
Okay. Hey. Should I head into the next category?
Please.
We've got limited series supporting actor Ashley Walters for Adolescence, Javier Bardem for Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, Owen Cooper for Adolescence, Bill Camp, presumed innocent, Rob Delaney, Dying for Sex, and Peter Sarsgaard, presumed innocent. I think it's Owen Cooper for Adolescence. I think we all think that.
I do. Yeah, it's right there next to Joey. Trying to plot different ways to kill him.
I still need to finish that show. Oh, so hard that first episode.
Joey, how was that interview with him, by the way?
It was I was about to say it was bad, not because the content was bad. He was in Portugal on holiday, and he was the connection was really, really shitty. And he was in a hotel, and after I asked a question, the recording kept breaking up. So I had to keep stopping him and was like, go to another room because I can't hear you. And he was like, I'm literally in a hotel. I don't have very many rooms left. No. He was I'm always nervous to interview anyone who is young. But he was very sweet. He was very nice. I asked him if, what it was sort of like to think about how crazy now after the show has sort of settled down a little bit. And he was like, I haven't honestly really thought about it, because he was trying to just I don't know, stay in the moment and stuff. And I thought that was very mature of him. He's very young. He's 15. So
isn't he going next? Does he have a bit part in Hamnet?
No, he has a bit part in Wuthering Heights.
Oh, he's in Wuthering Heights. Okay.
Yeah, you see him for really a split second in that teaser. The Jupe brothers are in Hamnet.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew they were in it too. For some reason, I don't know why I thought he was also in it as another side child.
All right. Megan?
Okay, moving on to limited series actress. We've got Kate Blanchett, Disclaimer, Kristen Milioti, The Penguin, Michelle Williams, Dying for Sex, Rashida Jones, Black Mirror, and Megan Fahey, Sirens. I am going with Michelle Williams, and I think Joey's not going with Michelle Williams, and Clarence is not going with Michelle Williams either. I mean, I'd love to see Kristen Milioti win too, but I do think this is like, if Dying for Sex were a film, it'd be her Oscar film, I think.
Finally. Busy Phillips is really sick of being everyone's arm candy. I want to see Busy Phillips happy to see her friend win an Oscar. I really want that to happen in my lifetime.
If it comes down to Kristen Milioti, if Kristen Milioti wins, I'd be happy with that too. I just love her as an actress, and I think she's so underrated. I'm glad she's getting like all of this coverage.
She does things in The Penguin that I have not seen her do before. But also, like you said, Megan, the Michelle Williams thing is so, it's like almost undeniable.
Yeah.
It's just like Clarence and I talked about this earlier today. I don't think it was released in the right way. It lost a lot of steam, unfortunately, but like
it was all at once, right?
Yeah, without a lot of, it seemed like there was not a lot of press about it. And it's a hard subject matter that maybe people don't dive into, but I also think that like it's the type of show that I think actors would want to be in.
Yeah, I agree.
The Penguin. But who knows? Because also, like, I mean, we're going to blend categories a little bit. How do you vote? I think Mick's on who's going to win lead actor. So how do you vote for Colin Farrell and not Kristen Milioti?
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I went with Kristen Milioti. Even though I would be totally great if either actress wins, because they probably both. They both deserve it. They both do. They definitely do. But I'm going with Kristen Milioti because I'm going with Colin Farrell for actor.
I get it.
But she's also worked in television for so long, and is such an advocate for everything she does. Like, I worked with her on Made for Love. We cast season 2 of Made for Love years ago, and she is so hands-on in every bit of the process.
Michelle or Kristen?
Kristen Milioti.
Kristen.
And, yeah, she just approaches everything she does with such a like passion for it, and she really cares about everything she works on. And I think that people notice that, I think, in this industry, because everyone you hear talk about her talks about how amazing she is. So I think that might help her.
And she doesn't.
I'm going with Michelle, but
I don't know. Maybe I think I gave the edge to Kristen Milioti because she doesn't have an Emmy yet, and Michelle Williams does. So I don't know how much people think about that, but I mean, The Penguin did pretty well over the weekend. Now, granted, a lot of that is, very tech friendly for that show, but I don't know. I'd be like everyone here. I think I'd be very happy. I think it's interesting that finally, I think there's a year, especially in like this, and when we get into the drama categories, I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know, one or two of what it's going to be, and I feel like in a lot of years recently we haven't had that. So
absolutely, let's keep some excitement.
Yeah. Okay, limited series actor. We have Brian Tyree Henry, Dope Thief, Colin Farrell, The Penguin, Cooper Koch, Monsters, The Lyle and Eric Menendez Story, Jake Gyllenhaal, Presumed Innocent, and Stephen Graham, Adolescence.
So Megan has seen that episode of Monsters then. Good.
I think we're all going with Colin Farrell on this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a dark horse? I think the dark horse might be either Stephen Graham or Brian Tyree Henry. Never bet against him, I feel like.
I mean, he's nominated. I don't know if he ever wins lots of
I
things.
guess, but people love him
But
too. He's such a good
I think
actor.
Stephen Graham is closer than we think.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
we're all
would.
Yeah.
predicting Colin Farrell, but Stephen Graham is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He's very,
he's such a driving creative force of that show too. So I keep going back and forth, and I do think that Kristen Milioti would still win if Stephen Graham wins. I've had Stephen Graham the whole season, I think, just because he's in it, he wrote it, he co-created it, he co-wrote it, co-created it, and then I don't know. I think the creative arts sort of, maybe this is a lesson if I get it wrong, but I mean, people like the Penguin, so also
It's
doesn't have an
so
Emmy, so
it's so weird sometimes when there are examples in Emmy history where a show overperforms on a creative arts night and then doesn't win anything on primetime. And there's a time when a show bombs completely at creative arts and you think it's dead in the water and then it wins all
mm,
the primetime. So, and sometimes it does become a harbinger of future Emmy glory with primetime. So it's so weird, this relationship
I
between those
mean,
two ceremonies.
the Penguin did do really well, but I think Adolescence also did equally well. Adolescence is not a flashy show, but it did win the
right.
two things that it should have won for, which is cinematography, because these are done in one take, or made to look like they were done in one take, and casting. And the casting was phenomenal in Adolescence. So like it did show strong support.
Agreed.
Okay. Should we move into limited series writing?
Hit it.
Yeah.
We shall.
Okay. We've got Adolescence, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, Penguin, Say Nothing. I picked Adolescence.
We all did, I
Mhm.
think.
We all did. Yeah.
That's Stephen Graham, right, Joey?
The writing,
Yes.
it's Stephen Graham and really Jack Thorne.
Okay.
Jack Thorne did a lot of interviews about how he researched the manosphere, and there was that when the show came out, there was that thing about how, like, I think Elon Musk made a comment about it, and like Jack Thorne commented back, not necessarily to each other, but Jack Thorne has done a lot of stuff with kids. He did like the Enola Holmes thing. He did the play. He wrote the script for the Harry Potter play that was in the West End and transferred to Broadway. He does a lot of things. When I interviewed him, I asked him about that, and he's said stuff about how like his childhood was very complicated, and so he feels like he's always coming back to it. But Jack Thorne and Stephen Graham wrote all four episodes together. So if maybe some people will think, well, if I'm not going to vote for him for an actor, maybe Stephen Graham would still get an Emmy if he wins for writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
All right, let's do directing.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got Adolescence, Dying for Sex, The Penguin, St. Johnny, The Penguin, A Great or Little Thing, Sirens, and Zero Day. I picked Adolescence again. I think we all picked Adolescence.
I mean, if it's not
Yes.
Adolescence, I have no idea what it would be otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Probably Dying for Sex, or maybe because the
Yeah.
Penguins split their vote. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's Leslie Linklater
I
or
mean, I was
Zero
just looking
Day?
at this, and we always make Leslie Linklater jokes because she was always winning the DGA award. She's never
Yeah.
won an Emmy.
I know.
That's insane.
She's
That is
0 for 9 at the Emmys. Yeah.
it's so crazy.
And
Okay.
that would fall into the one person directs all of a limited series thing. She directed. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
That's true. Maybe she's the dark horse. I don't know.
If she wins for directing one of the lowest rated limited series of the year, I will laugh. I will laugh uncontrollably.
Okay, let's move
wow.
into limited series. I think the nominees are Adolescence, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, and The Penguin. And we all picked Adolescence. My close second would be Penguin, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
think so.
Adolescence just has that thematic edge. I mean, every billboard in Los Angeles, it has Adolescence on it. It has the slogan. I'm paraphrasing, but essentially saying it's the most important television show of our time and is changing the world, which
Wow. Okay.
it's talking about really important. It's just talking about really important things.
Yeah.
And the Penguin
Comic book.
Yeah.
comic book, yeah,
Makeup.
that's it.
And this is not about this Emmy season, but I just have to say, I never thought I'd say this. I'm so excited to see Monster, the Ed Gein story, because they're
That
doing
trailer freaked me
I haven't
out.
That
watched
trailer is
trailer.
amazing.
Oh,
Okay,
that
I'll
trailer
watch
is
it
so
after.
creepy.
Yeah, it's very creepy, and they're doing a show about somebody that I know something about, in that he inspired Psycho, Silence of the Lambs, and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know anything about his personal life, and I don't know anything about the story. And I think that bodes well for this show.
Yeah.
So very
I
excited.
just
That's another thing
can't
we're
do
not going to
another
get screeners
season of
for.
discourse about that show, though.
Right. Because there will be lots of it.
Yeah.
Joey, why don't you take us through the comedy races?
Okay. All right. So, comedy supporting actress, we have Catherine O'Hara, The Studio, Hannah Einbinder, Hacks, Janelle James, Abbott Elementary, should be her. Jessica Williams, Shrinking, Catherine Hahn, The Studio, Liza Colon-Zayas for The Bear, and Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott Elementary. I went with Hannah Einbinder. I know a lot of people, I've seen them on Twitter and online saying that they're all predicting Catherine O'Hara for The Studio, and I'm gonna ask your opinion. That for some reason that would feel like a weird win to me. And I sort of can't articulate why. Like, I think she's great on the show. I'm a fan of the show. I think it just feels like if the show exists here, she exists like a little bit in the background. I don't know. It would just feel like a little strange to me, and I don't know if anybody else would feel that way, but I'm going with Hannah Einbinder.
It just feels like a guest appearance.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. That's much more succinct than anything I just said. So yeah,
That's why I picked Catherine Hahn, because I feel like she's there more and is more of a character, and people love her, and everybody keeps saying, because Hannah Einbinder's never won, right?
Right.
And I've seen some people say she's never going to win.
They also
I don't
Schitt's
know.
Creek was
She probably,
never going to get in at the Emmys, and look what happened at the end.
would you say?
Like, those people also said Schitt's Creek would never get in at the
That's
Emmys.
true. You're probably right that it's Hannah Einbinder, and that would be great because I think it's well deserved. I'm going with Catherine Hahn on the outside chance that those assholes on Twitter are right.
Well, it's I'm going with Hannah Einbinder as well. But Joey, I think what you're picking up on in the weirdness of this nomination for Catherine O'Hara is that we're so accustomed to her being one of the center of the zaniness, and she is the straight character of this show. It is just a straight comic performance. She doesn't have eccentric things to do. She doesn't have a lot of wigs. Yes, exactly. She doesn't say things like David.
Yeah.
David.
Jalal, who did you go with?
Einbinder. I think this season is one of her best seasons, especially comedically. I think there's no funnier scene in this category than the
Branzino.
The Branzino scene.
That was me throwing Branzino.
If this was a old school, like Emmy, what do you call them? The blue ribbon panel thing, she'd have this in the bag. It's the perfect episode. I don't know why they've been so resistant to her. But we're gonna get to lead actress. Jean Smart's probably gonna win again. Julianne Nicholson just won. So the actors branch does love this show this year enough. So all three female categories could go to the show. And it would be a shame if Hannah Einbinder doesn't win, I think.
I think a lot of people predicted her to win last season, but she's funnier in this season than she is in last season. So originally I was so mad about her losing last year, but I kind of want her to win more of that. I thought of on my drive home when I was thinking of predictions, I thought of her throwing the Branzino, and that's one of my favorite things of the whole Emmy season. It's so funny.
But rest assured, if we do see a Hannah Einbinder loss, we're going to get Lorraine Newman, her mother, tweeting, fuck the studio. Like she did last year, fuck the bear.
She's like, fuck the studio. Can I please have a guest spot?
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God, I would change my
opinion
about the studio if they wrote in Lorraine Newman running around an episode just screaming hate-filled things at everybody.
That'd be amazing. Oh, I would love that. All right, best supporting actor or outstanding supporting actor. Ike Barinholtz, The Studio, Harrison Ford, Shrinking, Coleman Domingo, The Four Seasons, Jeff Hiller, Somebody Somewhere, Eben Moss-Bacharach, The Bear, Bowen Yang, Saturday Night Live, and Michael Urie for Shrinking. And I'm torn between two people.
Who are you torn between?
I'm torn between Ike Barinholtz for The Studio because studio sweep, people like him. He finally gets something that he does really well with versus Harrison Ford getting a nomination for that show. He has like a lot of, especially with the finale of that season, he has a lot of really weighty emotional stuff. I went with Harrison Ford because I think people might be excited to vote for him, but I feel like Ike Barinholtz is like right there.
I went with Ike Barinholtz.
Same.
I switched. I was thinking it was going to be Harrison Ford, and then when I was doing predictions, I switched to Ike Barinholtz because he's funny. I think he's the type of person that people would want to vote for compared to Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Because A, the studio is so popular, and B, he's been consistently working in comedy all these years, and it's kind of like finally the time to recognize him. Harrison Ford doesn't need an Emmy. Right. And it feels like a show, like Shrinking feels like a show that did really well in nominations, and it'll probably go home empty-handed. Mm-hmm. No knock against it. It's just there's always a show like that. And he'll get an Emmy nomination and maybe win next year when he has a scene opposite Michael J. Fox. So.
Who will be the guest actor and a comedy winner next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Engrave it now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 100%. I agree with all of that. Joey.
Sorry, I forgot that. Oh my God. I wanted to be Jeff Hiller so bad.
Me too.
I love him. Okay, so sorry. Move the thing. Comedy actress. We have Kristen Bell, Nobody Wants This. Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, Iowa Debris, The Bear, Uzo Aduba, The Residents, and Gene Smart. Heck, so Gene Smart wins. Yes? Okay, moving on. Comedy actor. Adam Brody, Nobody Wants This. Jason Segel, Shrinking. Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building. Seth Rogen, The Studio, and Jeremy Allen White, The Bear. I'm a little, I'll say flummoxed with this. It's probably just going to be Seth Rogen. What am I talking about? I think it's either Seth Rogen or Martin Short, but I feel like the underperformance of Only Murders in the Building for this season, sadly, kills it a little bit. But I would be very thrilled if he won.
I'm a little surprised at the number of people on the contending who are thinking it's Jeremy Allen White will three-peat.
I'm worried about that though because I'm thinking because of the Oscar buzz that he's getting, and like I don't know. And also we need to remember that the Emmys sometimes just kind of was like, oh, I still like you, give it to you again.
But they
I don't know.
Like The Bear anymore, Megan.
I guess, but sometimes they surprise us.
I think they're two in their own world. I don't think they even realize that there's Oscar buzz for him yet, especially
maybe
ballots.
Right. Well, when they were voting, Springsteen hadn't come out yet.
That's true. You're right.
All right, so we're mostly all going with Rogan.
I mean, the show swept the Creative Arts. It's going to do very well next weekend. I think this is an easy.
Yeah.
He's a comedic.
I put the underdog as Adam Brody. That's who I put my number 2 as.
Is that your ovaries talking?
No.
Oh my God.
It was my ovaries talking.
Are they talking to each other? Hello, how are you?
I'm a kidney. That whole thing, yeah. All right. Comedy writing, Abbott Elementary, Hacks, The Rehearsal, Somebody Somewhere, The Studio, and What We Do in the Shadows. I would say Somebody Somewhere, Bridget Everett, Emmy nominee.
Oh, yes.
I got so sad on Emmy nomination morning. Like, I was sad that she didn't get in, but I was like, oh, she's nominated for an Emmy for writing. And people were like, so sad she didn't get nominated. I was like, she is nominated. It's not for acting. No, like, I saw people online being like,
oh, yeah.
It's like, I can't believe she never got a nomination for Somebody Somewhere. I was like, she did. You just don't know where to look.
Yeah.
And I take solace in the fact that the lead races were minimized to 5 this year. And
I feel like she would have gotten
if it was like 7 nominees, she would have gotten it. If Jeff Hiller got in writing, she would have beat Selena Gomez and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the writing nom, which is great.
Yeah.
So most of us are saying The Studio to win writing too. Is there?
Who's not?
I said The Rehearsal.
I said Hacks.
The Rehearsal.
I just feel like this is a category.
I went with Hacks too.
I think you're probably right that it's Hacks, but I feel like The Rehearsal is also like it shows up in directing too here. I don't know. I just feel like that was like a buzzy show that was kind of an apple in a bag of oranges in this category. And I just wondered if this is like my wild card. Because I think the writing on there is amazing and ridiculous and like it's like something I've never seen on television before. So I just went with that as just to be a wild card as I am.
I agree with you, Megan. It's like the almost like the studio's going to do so well, and like what is the antithesis of that?
Yeah,
and it's The Rehearsal. I think it's going to be the studio in both categories, but I think you're right about The Rehearsal being. I think in both of them is kind of the other option.
And it happened like the year that it was like these categories tend to split too, where they won't go with both of the same. So I don't know. Maybe Hacks in The Studio like cross cancel each other out or something in The Rehearsal. I don't know. This is just me being fun and trying to be a bad predictor, I guess.
Me being fun.
Being fun.
Like that.
Quirky and different.
Work.
So, oh wow. All right, 2 out of 4 people basically said work or slay or occur. Okay.
Hey.
So, comedy directing, we have Hacks, The Rehearsal, The Bear, The Studio, and Mid-Century Modern.
Why are you saying it like that?
I have no fucking idea. I'm really tired. The Studio.
We all went with The Studio.
It's that Oner episode that everybody was
throwing
their load over. So
yeah,
the one that sent me over the edge, but that's okay.
That was the second episode.
I know. Yes, it was.
It didn't take long.
It was a grading episode.
I love that episode.
Well, you have to understand. I hate Seth Rogen, and
I know you do, but I don't. I'm not a huge fan of his either. But I enjoyed it.
You didn't crawl into your skin and want to kill yourself?
No, I didn't.
I did, and I'm a hero for still being here. I had to survive that.
I love that I can see Jalal's face with this whole.
I will say this much. Kristen Wiig, very lovely person. Seems like a nice person. She's somebody who I find more grating with her character. Yeah, she's my Seth Rogen. So that's why I don't like Paul.
He gave us Barb and Star. Seth Rogen is not giving us.
She's never seen Barb and Star.
Okay.
it's because I don't like her humor, but I think she's lovely. And actually I think she's a great dramatic actress. I loved her. Like I think in Whip It, she's so good in Whip It.
Skeleton Twins.
I've never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Skeleton Twins, but I've seen clips. But I think she's
I
a great
love
dramatic.
Skeleton Twins. I even
I
liked her
actually
in
think
that.
her.
Go ahead.
Nasty Baby.
No, no, I like that. Welcome to Me indie that she did.
Oh, I
Yeah.
feel like I remember that or something. She played a mom in a movie with the girl.
Oh, you mean The Diary of a Teenage Girl?
Yeah, she was good in that one too.
She was like, I'm wearing caftans and smoking. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing. One of my favorite Kristen Wiig dramatic performances is the, I think, 2006 no one has seen movie Extract. She's good in that movie.
Oh, is that the one, the comedy with Jason Bateman?
Yeah, I think he works at an
Yes.
extract factory and she has an affair.
Yes.
And that's the first time I was like, oh, she has really good, like, she's the first like pseudo dramatic thing I've ever seen her in. I was really drawn into her.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, every white person.
Very true. So everyone's going to the studio.
Yes.
And then we're all going to the studio with comedy series. Do I even have to read them? Abbott Elementary Hacks, Nobody Wants Us, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking the Bear Studio, and What We Do in the Shadows Studio. Okay, moving on. Drama.
You sound like Micro Machines commercials.
Miss those. All right,
I know,
Jalal.
me too.
Me?
Yes, take us home for drama. Haven't you figured out the rotation?
Yeah. Okay, and drama supporting actress. The nominees are Amy Lou Wood, The White Lotus, Queen of HBO, Carrie Coon, The White Lotus, Catherine Lanasa, The Pit, Natasha Rothwell, The White Lotus, Parker Posey, The White Lotus, Patty Arquette, Severance, and two-time Emmy winner Julianne Nicholson for Paradise. And the winner will be...
I think it's going to be Catherine Lanasa.
I think she's definitely the dark horse, at least.
I think there are too many White Lotuses to split.
Too many whites.
Yeah, too many whites.
That didn't stop Jennifer Coolidge, unless you want to say that's Jennifer Coolidge. So
yeah. Well, because like Jennifer Coolidge didn't have like Parker Posey going up against her.
She was the Parker Posey.
Yeah, they're like three Parker Posey. You know, like Carrie Coon and Parker Posey are like two like Jennifer Coolidges in this category, I think. So I'm going with Catherine Lanasa.
I mean,
Carrie Coon is not like a key type of girl. She's just a brilliant actress.
She is, but I think iconic from the category.
And then there's also
I don't know
who.
How much do you think The Gilded Age would help Carrie Coon?
I thought about that too.
Because that finale, the last image of the season 3 finale is her face. And me wondering how she let that beautiful, hairy, bearded son of a bitch slip through her fingers.
Tracy Letts.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, Tracy Letts.
Yeah, I was going to say, spoiler alert.
To the bitch who's never going to watch it. I'm sorry. You offered me a Diet Coke. I should be nice to you.
I know, you should.
So, Jalal, you and Joey are going with Carrie Coon, the Queen. All hail the Queen.
I think the Gilded Age debuted at the right time to really help her.
You're probably right.
Someone in the news, a different actor who was on The White Lotus, was like ranting about her monologue and how brilliant it was on this season of The White Lotus. I think it just kind of stood out. So I'm gonna quietly go with her, and I would put, as Megan said, Catherine Lanasa in second. But like you, Clarence, are you predicting Amy Lee Wood? Because you had very good reasons when we were on the phone for her.
Yeah, I'm predicting Amy Lee Wood for the same reason I'm predicting Kristen Milioti with the Penguin. And you know, if Amy Lee Wood is paired with Walton Goggins, and I am predicting Walton Goggins, spoiler alert, for supporting actor, and whenever someone a nominated performance of a character who dies in The White Lotus, they always win. So I'm going with Amy Lou Wood.
Isn't it the same person? Oh no, you're right. Okay, you're right.
Well, last
Okay,
year, right? Well, right,
yeah,
because first year Jennifer Coolidge hadn't died, but
yeah,
Murray Bartlett did.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's a small sample size, of course, but I don't know. I'm more going with the pairing of Amy Lou Wood and Walton Goggins.
That's a smart
But
decision.
if it's Carrie Coon, I'd be
The
happy because
drama put
Kathleen.
people off.
What's that?
Did the drama, do you think, push people away at all, or do you think it brought people in, or do you think they didn't even know?
I don't know. I feel like they kind of after about 2 weeks they brushed that under the rug and then they never heard anything else about it again because I think they were at one screening where he was like holding her or something and they were friends again. See, they're friends. They're not fighting. They don't hate each other.
Leslie Bibb inserted herself.
Very appropriate for her character.
Yes. Which, by the way, just like a couple of weeks ago, it dawned on me. She was originally cast in The White Lotus. The only reason Sam Rockwell got his role is because he was there and they wrote him into the script. And he's the one that got the Emmy nomination, not her.
Yeah.
Well, I read it wasn't her that got him in. I read somewhere it was actually Walton Goggins who demanded he be put in. Maybe that was just a hearsay thing because they're best friends.
Well, I knew that he was around the set and Mike White had written him in.
Yeah. So was Timothy Oliphant, and they didn't write him in with that white hair.
He was busy. It was the Alien Earth White Lotus crossover we never knew we needed.
Oh God.
And I can't wait. I was joking to Jalal about this earlier. I can't wait for it to be Julianne Nicholson and her be, as you said, the undefeated Emmy champion.
Yeah.
She surprises. All right, Jalal, take us into supporting actor.
If we must, the nominees are Jason Isaacs, The White Lotus, John Turturro, Severance, James Marsden, Paradise, Sam Rockwell, The White Lotus, Tremel Tillman, Severance, Walton Goggins, The White Lotus, and Zach Cherry, Severance. And if I'm going to rank them in terms of most attractive in their role to least, I think the winner will be Jason Isaac. But I am predicting Tremel Tillman to win.
That is a good prediction. And I want to predict that. I'm going with Sam Rockwell because I just think about that monologue that everybody was talking about.
I'm going with Walton Goggins because we need Walton Goggins to have an Emmy, even though it should be for The Righteous Gemstones.
I know. I mean, if he wins, I'll pretend that it's for Baby Billy, Uncle Baby Billy.
Yes.
So torn between. I think I'm gonna go with not Sam Rockwell. I'm gonna go with Walton Goggins, but I want it to be Tremel Tillman because he is so attractive.
He's like so engaging he's just like when he's on screen, you just can't take your eyes off him. He's really
got
good.
Beautiful eyes. He's got a beautiful smile. Every interview that I watch with him he's very just engaging and like affable and at ease. So maybe I'm convincing myself to do Tremel Tillman. And also, wasn't there like when he got nominated, he would be like the first Black winner of this category ever? Is that true?
Is this the last category that it hasn't happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, because Jeffrey Wright never won.
I think that would be true.
That's crazy.
It's embarrassing for the television.
Also, he's a homosexual.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a big old thing.
You don't read the emails, Megan.
He is.
No wonder you're not in Gallica.
I know, right? He's in the movie Sweethearts, and he plays a gay teacher. And I think his partner is I can't remember who his partner is right now because I'm tired. But he's gay in that movie, so that makes sense. Not that you can only play gay characters, but
Having a gay old
and
time.
now I'm out of Gallica again.
Yeah, it's a very white category. I'm looking through right now at the past winners. Very, very white.
I think if there's a spoiler, if it's not somebody from the White Lotus, which is very possible, then maybe it's Zach Cherry because Merritt Weaver won uh, the guest actress in a drama series. And I have long said Zach Cherry is the emotion. He and
You
Merritt
did
Weaver
say that, yeah.
are the emotional core of that season. I would love to see him win too. There's a lot of great performances here.
It was Joel Kim Booster who was in that movie, that Sweethearts, played his husband.
No, he was in it. Now I want to see it. I love Joel Kim Booster.
It's such a cute movie.
All right, drama actress.
The nominees are, oh no, Bella Ramsey, The Last of Us, Britt Lauer, Severance, Kathy Bates for Matlock, Carrie Russell for The Diplomat, and Sharon Horgan for Bad Sisters. And I am predicting Britt Lauer for Severance.
I am too.
As I heard at a cafe the other day in Los Angeles, this is Kathy Bates' breakout year. So who knows?
I just think like Britt Lauer has a lot going for her. One, it's like people love this show. Two, she's playing like multiple roles in a way, and people love that. Actors love that. I think it's hers.
I didn't love it for what's his face. Not
Mark Ruffalo
Duplass.
won.
Oh my God, Mark Ruffalo.
Did he
win?
He won.
Yeah, he won.
I think he lost. Never mind. Sorry.
All right, actor.
Oh, that was easy. The nominees are
Winners is
sorry, I had too many things open. The nominees are Adam Scott for Severance, Gary Oldman for Slow Horses, My Dreamboat, Noah Wiley for The Pit. Our next Wonder Woman, Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us, and Sterling K. Brown for Paradise.
God.
Got to be Noah Wiley, right?
It's gotta be Noah Wiley. My Dreamboat too.
I think it's Noah Wiley. It should be Noah Wiley. And if the Academy had any brain, they'd give it to Noah Wiley, which scares me because we know they don't.
Right.
But it is weird, and with what we know about the Television Academy now, to love Seven so much and not give it to Adam Scott. I think this is this is probably closer than we think.
Yeah.
It's Noah Wiley or Demi Moore and Adam Scott, Mikey Madison.
Is there sort of any, because they dropped that teaser for season 2 a couple weeks ago. I wonder if there are some people who would be excited for Severance. And it's not that Adam Scott's been doing really good stuff for years. So maybe that's people might, some really hardcore party down people, myself included. But I wonder if some people may have seen see the teaser for The Pit and be like, oh, I'm going to vote for that next year. In a variety of categories. But
is it also like, oh, they are going to come out with a new show soon? I love that. Whereas Severance, I don't know, like that pisses me off that I don't know if they're coming back and I'm not voting for them.
That is actually like a freakishly accurate comparison of the Demi Moore, Mikey Madison thing, because I thought that it was Demi's year. I was like, there's no way she's going to lose that. Everyone loves her. She has such a strong narrative the whole time. And Noah Wiley feels like he's everywhere. He's downstairs right now in my house. But yeah, I'm a little worried. No, yes, he's performing surgery pro bono. I'm a little worried that Adam Scott's going to win because I want Noah Wiley to win.
Even though I would love to see Adam Scott, like, what a wonderful actor. I would love to see him
Yeah.
win for something different, I guess. I would love to see him win for Party Down, like you said, or like, um, since Severance is not one of my favorites, but I hope it's Noah Wiley.
Yeah. I think it would be
I
silly for Sean Hannity to win and not Noah Wiley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
agreed.
that's true.
Agreed. And the thing about Adam Scott is this season of Severance, he is just like the center of a lot of different character actors that are revolving around him, and he doesn't really give that uh his performance just doesn't stand out to me for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's just from what I mean, I never finished Severance. I think I got through more than half of it. But like he stood out more in the first season.
Agreed.
And I loved that first season. I don't know what happened to me, but
But also,
I
like,
was
if
severed.
we're predicting Merritt Weaver to win, this is all just devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Sam or Trammell, oh my God, I forgot his name.
Tramell Tillman.
Yeah.
Trammell Tillman, some of us, or maybe all of us, are predicting Britt Lauer. How do you not vote for Adam Scott?
Right. Yeah, I know.
It scares me.
Ah.
I never thought I'd enter this Emmy season as my entire emotions relying on Noah Wiley winning.
I think you're safe. I think he's going to win. I think this is a pretty safe bet.
Uh-huh. Are we ready to move on, or do we have any final thoughts? Do we want to talk about Pedro Pascal and his new role?
No.
Okay, the
The
nominees
51-year-old
for drama
bougie bitch.
writing are Andor, The Pit, 2 p.m., The Pit, 7 a.m., Severance, Slow Horses, and The White Lotus. I think the winner will be Severance because I think The Pit will do some vote splitting, and I think we haven't seen The White Lotus win a lot this season.
You think it's you think it's Severance.
Severance, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, I do too, yeah.
You think the one that's directed by Ben Stiller?
This is right.
No.
There's
This
no
is
writing.
Writing. Sorry. Yeah, writing. Severance. Yes. Okay, I'll shut up.
This is in this category. It's only one episode for Severance.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was on the wrong tab.
I'm going against logic, and I'm picking The Pit 2 p.m. because of the emotional beats in that episode. This is the one where Collins finds out that she's had to abort the miscarriage.
Mm.
It's pilots are tough. The pilot of this show is good, but I feel like this episode is markedly better than the pilot.
That's interesting. I like that pick, Clarence.
I am a new member of the pit crew, and I'm going to wear my badge proudly.
Yes, and you're also picking fun stuff like me. You're just quirky and kooky. You're just like, yeah.
All right, directing.
Okay. Drama directing. The nominees are Andor, The Pit, 6 p.m., The Pit, 7 a.m., Severance, Guy Bardo, Severance, Cold Harbor, Slow Horses, and The White Lotus. And what are you guys predicting? I'm gonna buy myself some time while
I think I ended up picking John Wells for The Pit.
Me too.
I think they would want to award him, even though this is a danger zone vote splitting, because Amanda Marsalis directed a lot of the most powerhouse episodes. I think they're going to want to award John Wells for the bringing this to the screen.
I agree. I think a close second, I would pick Ben Stiller.
Now, see, if it's Severance, I think it's going to be Jessica Lee Gagne.
Oh.
Because she directed that one that everybody was talking about, the backstory about backstory about Adam Scott and his wife.
Oh, okay.
And she won for cinematography.
Yes, I was going to say, yeah.
So who are you picking, Jalal?
I am there's not a world where it's going to be Andor, is it? Do I have to kill myself? Ugh. Um, I am predicting hot off the presses. Um, I think I'm going to go with that episode of Severance you just discussed,
Okay.
just because I think those oh I think those episodes are more obviously directed in an artistic manner. But I think the best directed episode of the year is John Wells' direction of The Pit. I think the way it's shot and just the way it's handled and the way the camera moves and it's so immersive and so wonderful. And he's John fucking Wells. Like I think this is going to be a close one, but
I do too.
I'm going to go with Severance, that episode.
All right. Let's wrap this puppy with drama series.
The nominees are Andor, Paradise, Severance, Slow Horses, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, The Pit, and The White Lotus. And the winner will be Severance.
I picked The Pit. Joey has The Pit right now. Yeah.
Why not?
It's a toss-up. But I'm glad we're not all like, it's gonna be Severance or it's gonna be The Pit. I'm glad we're like split on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Drama.
I kind of want it. I don't know if I'm just thinking like it just people love that show. It's not that people don't love Severance, but I just feel like it feels like The Pit feels more like the show of the year, but I don't know.
It feels more sustained to me. Like people are still freaking out about The Pit months like now. And I know that Severance came out before, but not that much before. And I feel like people are still freaking out about The Pit. So I don't know.
With The Pit, I worry a lot of the excitement was in phase one. And then I just feel like overall at the Emmys, there's not been a lot of excitement for anything phase two. So I just worry people are going to go into autopilot.
Yeah, you could be right.
My excitement is with The Pit, and I will like stand on my little soapbox and just talk about how I think that show artistically, or as friend of the pod, Jazz 10K would say, The Artisans.
Yes.
I just think it's so well crafted and so amazing and has me hooked in every single way. But I just feel like if Apple can get Coda the Best Picture, they can get Severance the Emmy.
Interesting.
I guess we'll find out on Sunday. We'll see which of the pair of us emerges victorious with drama series. All right, because The Pit did win the casting Emmy, and it would be interesting to see how often casting and drama series align. I guess I probably should have done that research before I mentioned that, but oh well, here we are.
I mean, usually, you're right. They usually expect, even in years where like I don't think it's warranted to win the casting prize, a show will win it. It'll pair up pretty well.
Yeah, so it was The Pit this year. Last year it was Shogun, then White Lotus, which did not align with Succession winning drama series. Then it was Succession, Crown, Succession, Game of Thrones. So it's on and off. Like Stranger Things won in 2017 casting, and that obviously never won drama series.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right. Anything else on the Emmys?
No.
We're almost done.
We're almost done. Out of the, I don't know, this Emmy season just has been very, you mentioned this, Jalal, the enthusiasm and the energy around phase two was kind of muted. I think the whole Emmy season has been a little bit muted.
Yeah.
From what we've traditionally experienced, but all right, let's jump to television. What's that?
There's just not a lot of television right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And maybe next year it'll pick up. Fingers crossed.
All right, let's jump to the flash forward to the media we're most anticipating in the upcoming week. And Jalal, what are you looking forward to?
Why did you do this to me, Clarence, when you know that I'm not looking forward to anything?
Oh, all right.
I am looking forward to actually, there's a couple things. I've been catching up on a lot of Emmy shows this week. Those are all fun and dandy. But I also did a For Me thing, and I started watching that new animated show from a couple weeks ago on Netflix. I think from the creator, Megan Helmy, of BoJack Horseman, about a Jewish family. Um,
Oh, I can't remember what the name. I feel like I have seen it.
oh my God, Netflix. It's about three. It goes back and forth in time. Um, about three kids in a family and their mom, and it goes when they're kids and adults, and it's kind of dark but also really funny. Um, and it is called Long Story Short.
Okay, yes, I have heard of that.
And from um, yeah, so it's from that creator. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really good kind of just palate cleanser and something that is not of right now. Or not, it's not being oversaturated in terms of just like people talking about it only in terms of awards. So I've really been enjoying that. And I'm also been reading Frankenstein right now to get ready for the movie coming out. And this is my first time reading it, and I am liking it quite a bit. And I will say it's really funny to read the reviews of Frankenstein out of Telluride in Toronto, because I've been hearing a lot of complaints about that film and the way the story evolves in Guillermo's adaptation. And what people are complaining about is that it's actually exactly how it's happening in the novel.
Mhm.
So it's interesting to see people's complaints for actually the novel. So I'm excited for the film, but I'm having a really good time reading the novel.
Excellent. Joey?
I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm behind on movies. Um,
Wow.
like
After you've seen what, 25 movies in the past week and a half?
yeah, 21, only 21.
Ugh.
Restrained 21. Um, I want to see like Lurker is here. Um,
Lurker's really good.
is it okay? I want to see like the new Conjuring movie. Splitsville, I think comes. It's either here or it's coming next week. And like The Long Walk, I'm surprisingly very interested in seeing The Long Walk. Don't know why. Um, I'm excited for Only Murders to drop at midnight tonight. I've seen, I think, four or five. I've seen, yeah. Um, and then I'm finishing up, still reading that Gunkel book, so I'm going so slow reading it, but I'm almost done. And the next book that I have lined up, I'm getting ready for Halloween. I already pulled my Halloween decorations out. I'm going to decorate maybe tomorrow, but I want to read Your Favorite Scary Movie, How the Scream Film Rewrote the Rules of Horror by Ashley Collins.
Oh.
Excited to read that. So hopefully I'll be able to.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is Gunkel good or is it cringy?
I think it's very like earnestly sweet.
Okay. Because I
Um,
think that word is my least favorite word in the English
oh, I
language.
hate that word. I think it's stupid. I just think it's dumb. We don't need to. I'm so sorry that you have to say. You can just say uncle. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not really said that much through it, but I feel like you can't figure out like I think it was supposed to be turned into a movie or a series, and
Didn't Ryan Murphy buy the rights?
no,
No.
thank God, I don't think
The other homosexual by the rights? The
go.
other big one?
The
The other
I know
one?
you're talking about, and I can't think of
Greg Berlanti? No.
Greg.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I think the last thing I saw said Lionsgate had the rights to it, but I'm trying to find out Jason Moore, who directed Pitch Perfect, I think is directing it.
Ah.
Who is a homosexual. Um, I don't know who I want to be the titular Gunkel. I don't know if I want it to be.
We don't even have to hypothesize.
Oh, it needs to. I think it needs to be older than that. I kind of want it to be Sean Hayes, but whatever. That's it. And bed. I'm excited to sleep.
I will say, talking about Scream, I was old man sitting on a stump waiting for children to come around and talk to me when someone tweeted that they wanted to go back in time and see on opening night the audiences reacting to Drew Barrymore getting killed. And I'm like, then you would have been sitting alone, because when Scream first came out, it came out the weekend before Christmas and it was a total bomb. It only made like $5 million in the opening weekend. It grew weekend after weekend after weekend and became the film that it is. But when it first opened, nobody went to see it.
No.
I remember I saw it the day after Christmas and I was like, oh, this movie's amazing.
I saw it. I remember because they kept bringing it back to the theaters because of the demand of it. And I didn't see it until like February or March. And I remember seeing it. My dad, I was so obsessed with seeing it that my dad took me and I was like, okay, we're the only people in here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is back in a day where people would discover movies and they would stay in theaters for months at time. And, you know, you had like Titanic, which everybody thought was going to be a flop on its opening weekend because it only made $20 million. And then it kept making 20 and 30 and 30 and 30 and 30 every weekend for like 6 months. I miss those days. All right, Megan.
I'm looking forward to, I'm seeing Rilo Kiley on Thursday, so I'm very excited for that. And I am, is there something else I want to see? Just catching up on TV shows, and there's some movies. Yeah, I guess that's just about it. It's just, I'm really excited to see Jenny Lewis. I've seen her twice, but I'm more of a Jenny Lewis fan than I am Rilo Kiley, but I am very excited.
All right.
And I'm reading I'm reading Blob by Maggie Sue, which is about this woman who discovers this like blob, and she's going to turn it into her dream man. That's what was pitched in the log line.
Wait,
soon to be a film starring Amy Adams.
Something for Megan. I this week went to a repertory screening of. Have you guys ever seen the '60s film Bunny Lake is Missing?
Mm-mm.
No, but I've heard they were supposed to remake that.
Were they supposed to remake that?
Yeah, with like Reese Witherspoon or something years ago.
Oh, please don't do that. I think he'd really like. I think it's really good, and everyone should see it. But I watched it, and I walked out of the theater, and I thought to myself, Megan would love this movie.
I will watch that then.
It's all about a woman who moves to the UK. She's an American woman who moves to the UK with her like young, like 5-year-old daughter to live with her brother. And she drops the daughter off at school on its first day, and she comes back to pick up the daughter, and the daughter is missing, and no one has any recollection of seeing the daughter. And it's all about like who took the daughter, or is the mom crazy? And this whole country is like gaslighting this woman, and it goes kind of bonkers in a really fun way in the third act. But it was really good, and it just kind of like, I don't know why, I just walked out of it and I was like, Megan would really dig this.
Well, I will.
It's on Tubi.
Ooh. I'll have to check it out. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, I am looking forward to Downton Abbey, the grand finale, which I was just sitting here reading my notes, and I was like, Downton Abbey, the last rites. And I'm like, would that be amazing if Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga went to Downton Abbey and investigated hauntings?
I love that.
It would be.
Of Maggie Smith.
You're a bitch. And so I also want to see The Conjuring Last Rites. I didn't realize that The Long Walk was coming out, but the reactions to the early screenings of that have been very intriguing. I want to see that too. Probably will see The Conjuring though, because my daughter is obsessed with it. Catching up on The Pit, almost done. Just got to the shootout episode, which was incredibly dramatic, and my wife is watching it like this. Like the screen is here. She's watching it like right over here. Particularly the baby episode. Yeah, I told her I saw something far worse, and we'll leave it at that. We have screeners. It's screener season for fall TV, and hopefully I'll start to catch up on some of those things. Specifically, one very important screener that I'm going to start as soon as I am done with Emmy stuff. And then spooky season. I'm almost done with the third book in the Game of Thrones series. I'm going to pause Game of Thrones for a little bit before I finish the last two. And I'm going to read Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman, which is going to be a film called Other Mother or Other Mommy with Jessica Chastain in the fall, another Blumhouse film.
I saw at TIFF, I'm sorry, she said Blumhouse. I saw the Paul Greengrass movie, It's The Last Bus, which is about the wildfires in 2018, and a true story about a guy who takes 23 kids through on a bus. And I actually liked it more than I expected to. And at the beginning of the movie, when the studio stuff popped up, it was a Bloomhouse, like the Bloomhouse logo came up, and sort of accidentally I just went, what? Like, just really loud. I was alone. I wasn't with anyone that I knew. Like, I think like Ryan McQuaid was like right in front of me over here, and I just went, what? Really loud. And the guy next to me just goes, apparently. That's all he said. He just went, apparently, like shrugged next to his wife, and I was like, all right. So I leave you with that.
Thank you. All right, does that cover it?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. So we are the 3Ms, the contending co-founders, Joey Moser, Megan McLaughlin, and me, Clarence Moy, plus special guest Jalal Haddad. Thanking you for joining us, asking you to remember to rate us on your favorite podcast app. Click like and subscribe here on YouTube, and we wish you a very pleasant tomorrow.